Hi, good afternoon. It's almost 4 o'clock, which around here means it's time for 4 o'clocks, which is a stumphism for afternoon coffee. And because it's fall, whether I like it or not, and the only reason why I don't like fall is because winter follows fall. I actually really like fall, but everything is turning to pumpkin, right? We have to put pumpkin in pretty much everything. The latest Starbucks pumpkin thing is pumpkin spice cold brew coffee. And my mom tried it the other day and it's really good. The only problem is it has like, I don't know, a gazillion grams of sugar in it. And so we don't want to do that, right? It's got a whole bunch of chemical flavors. It's not really pumpkin, okay? I don't think it ever met a pumpkin. So we had to make it a healthier way. And you need to start with cold brew coffee. And you can go buy that in the store. They even have it, most grocery stores will have cold brew. It's kind of pricey. And really all it is coffee that has been brewed in the fridge, kind of like I brew my tea. And we used to do that. We used to take, because we're super fancy, we used to take an old knee-high pantyhose thing that we never wear. It was clean. Put a cup of coffee grounds in it, and this would be in a 2-quart pitcher. Fill it up and let it sit for 24 hours. Fill up the pitcher with water and let it sit for 24 hours. Take out the sock of nasty coffee grounds, and then that sounds so bad.
Sorry for the shaky camera. That just sounds really redneck.
Well, it worked. Okay, this is before you could buy cold brew on every grocery store shelf, and we drink a lot of it, so it would be too expensive to spend $5 on a gallon of cold, or half a gallon of cold brew. So that's what we used to do until we bought our Ninja coffee bar, which does an over ice brew. And so now we do that. We don't use the sock anymore. But it's totally fine if you want to do that. Or Starbucks even has like pitcher packs that you can put in and make it that way. And that way you can eliminate the sock. Okay, so you start with the cold brew. Side note, if any of my Chi Omega sisters are watching, do you remember the dinner date for this one? This is my son's favorite cup. So anyway, that's retro. All right, so there's your cold brew in the cup with ice. And then in your blender, you're going to take 3/4 to a cup of like almond milk or cashew milk or coconut almond blend. And just depends on how much you want and play with that. You also put in sweetener to how much you want. If you're not like a sweet coffee person, you can even skip it altogether. I am very much a sweet coffee person. So for each serving, I did 2 teaspoons of super sweet blend. Couple little shakes of salt per serving, half a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, which if you don't have that, there's recipes online. It's just cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and clove. Those are my children arguing in the background. And they're actually not arguing, they're just talking loudly. And so I usually make up like half of one of these every season, and then it lasts me the rest of the season. Pumpkin, okay. Brian thought this was enchilada sauce. It's actually leftover canned pumpkin because many of my recipes don't take the entire can, and so I freeze it in baggies and then use it. So each serving will have a teaspoon of actual pumpkin. We're not doing any fakey. And then
for the sake of the recipe, I hope you're right.
And then the magic and the thickness, see how it's thick, comes from a little thing called Glucomannan. This is made from the konjac root, and it is a wonderful, which is kind of like a sweet potato. It doesn't taste like it. It doesn't taste like anything. It obviously thickens, but it also fills you up, and so this is actually a very satisfying snack, but it's very, very light in calories, unlike the Starbucks one. So you just use, for each one, you just use 1/4 teaspoon. As you can see, I'm about out, but I will be getting my order probably next week. And a jar, and I always put it in this jar, it lasts me like 6 months to a year. So it's a minimal investment up front, but then it lasts forever. Okay, so then you end up with the foam cold brew foam stuff. And see, it's yummy. It's delicious. This is set for a while. If you use it right after you blend it, it starts going down on the inside of the glass. This is gonna stand up a little bit because it actually sat and got even thicker. So that's it. We don't need Starbucks. I love Starbucks. My daughter works at Starbucks, but we don't need the sugar that Starbucks has. Even their almond milk has sugar in it. Makes me crazy. Anyway, that is it. Enjoy your pumpkin spice cold brew flavor of the season. Share this video, and I will be talking to you again soon. Bye.